Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli back with another review video, and for this one, gonna be reviewing another one of my all-time favorite Disney animated films. Now, as you know, number 1, The Great Mouse Detective, number 2, The Nightmare Before Christmas, number 3, Robin Hood, number 4, Zootopia, number 5, The Lion King, well now, number 6, Beauty and the Beast. Yep. So, Beauty and the Beast, yeah, what can you say about Beauty and the Beast? It's fantastic, you know? After, say, The Little Mermaid and, a year ago they did The Rescuers Down Under, next year they would release one of another big gem for them, and that was Beauty and the Beast. And I gotta say, Beauty and the Beast, it's fantastic, of course, everything about it, just the heart and love of that film, just amazing. And also, because, with that film, because it went through a bit of changes from the story, etc. And even when, even the story became a bit better and such when, music artists, composers and songwriters, Alan Menken and Howard Ashman were brought aboard, and they touched up this film, and even Howard Ashman came up with the idea for the opening story, the glass, the glass mirrors, etc., the glass windows, not mirrors. And even he came up with the idea, he suggested that the objects in the castle would be the humans, transformed into objects and would talk, etc. And, this was the last film that, Howard Ashman had worked on. Because he had died of AIDS just months before this film came out, and we'll come to, and what I'm about to talk about Howard Ashman, we'll come to that at the end. So, of course, with the movie, because the opening, of course, is fantastic. Again, with the glass windows telling the story, David Ogdenstein, if I'm saying his last name right, he's fantastic as the narrator. Of course, we see how the prince became the beast, and of course we come to the village, and there's Belle, and of course the song, bonjour, bonjour, then there's, Gaston and LeFou, and, Gaston is trying to go after Belle, and don't I deserve the best, the lucky girl I'm going to marry, and also, because we then come to Maurice, Belle's father, I'm never gonna get this boneheaded contraption to work, I'm off to the fair, and, of course, as we know, because LeFou, he stumbles upon the Beast's castle, and, the servants, help him and such, oh, you are soaked to the bone, monsieur, come warm yourself by the fire, and Cogsworth's like, no, not the master's chair, no tea, no tea. Of course, the Beast comes in, you come to stare at the Beast, haven't you, I just needed a place to stay, I'll give you a place to stay. And cut back to the village, Gaston has set up a wedding and such, I'd like to thank you all for coming to my wedding. Now I just need to walk in there and propose to the girl. And, now when Belle and I'll come out through that door, oh, I know, I strike up the band. Not yet, sorry. And, yeah, and just Belle rejects Gaston, and, I'll have Belle. Make no further mistake, however he said it, but, touchy, as LeFou says. And another song that Belle sings, I want adventure in the great wide somewhere. And of course, that shot where she's up on the hill, I get it's obviously, it is a nod to the Sound of Music, that opening sequence. Of course, Philippe, the horse, comes in and takes Belle to where her father was last seen, at the castle. And of course, Belle comes across her father, Beast comes in, and Belle just, I'll do anything. There's nothing you can do. He's my prisoner, then Belle just, says, take me instead, and that moment, you, and the here's the thing, here's something else I want to talk about, because with both the animated version and the live-action version, a few changes to it, a few differences, such as with the Beast, like that, like, okay, in the live-action version, like, nothing, it's way different than how it is in there, because in the animated version, because, you know, Belle, you know, as asking to take her father's place as a prisoner, and, you know, the Beast, you know, because he's like, you, and the face he makes, and you would take his place. Yeah, that face, you know, right there, and that's not really done, that's not even done in the film, you know, not even, say, like, in the animated version, because, you know, the Beast kind of feels sorry, and even because when he goes up to where Bella is, you know, you didn't even get to let me say goodbye to him. You see the look on Beast's face, he kind of feels a bit ashamed or something like that, and that's not in the live-action version. It's Lumiere and Cogsworth that takes her to her room and such, and Beast is still kind of a bit of a jerk, you know, and just like, you know, you're making her dinner, and you gave her a bedroom, you know, she's the daughter of a thief, you know. The Beast in live-action version is a bit different, how he is, you know. And, yeah, if you get what I'm saying, I guess maybe I can understand, because the live-action version can't just straight up be like how the animated version is. A few changes here and there and such, you know. That's how it is with some live-action films, you know. Only those who really stick with the story and how it was done, like in the animated versions. Like, you know, of course, Beauty and the Beast, for example, Aladdin, and The Lion King. You get what I'm saying? But other films like Maleficent and The Jungle Book, totally different. A different story, etc., you know? And for Jungle Book, there have been so many films of The Jungle Book and with different stories and stuff like that. Yeah, everything going on, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so back to Beauty and the Beast. Of course, another famous song in Beauty and the Beast, you know, the Gaston song, you know, no one's been like Gaston, you know, as a specimen, yes, I'm intimidating. That, and, Maurice comes in, help, someone help me, he's got her locked in a dungeon, a ferocious beast, and everybody thinks he's a joke, and, you know, crazy old Maurice, you know. And then the servants, they get Belle, and the servants meet each other, etc., and that moment instantly, the relationship between Belle and Chip, you know, instantly, like that, and, I'm trying to snap this, you know, and also, because with the Beast waiting for her for dinner, you know, and still, like, nothing like how it is in live action, because, you know, he's still, you know, just like, she's so beautiful, and, well, look at me, you know, just trying to do his best to not freak out or anything, and etc., you know. Even when Mrs. Potts and Lumiere, they go, you must control your temper. And then, of course, Cogsworth tells him, she's not coming, and, you know, I thought I told you to come down to dinner. I'm not hungry. You come down or I'll break down the door. And so, moving on, of course, you know, Belle does get a bit hungry and such. Of course, another famous song from that song, a big one. I think it did win an Oscar for that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think so. I'm kind of mixed. I feel like it did, or I can't remember. You guys let me know in the comment section. But, of course, you know, Be Our Guest, you know, that's a great song, of course. I mean, come on, it is. Everything to it, and I think there was a bit of CG done to it, I'm pretty sure, yeah. But, excuse me, and of course, later on after that, Belle gets a tour of the castle, and then stumbles upon the West Wing, and Beast kind of flips out, you know, I told you never to come in here. And also, because again, with the Beast, you know, because at times he feels ashamed of himself, and because he's lost it and in rage, you know, in those moments where just, you know, like that, that's really good right there, you know. Even when Belle runs off, he just, you know, he can't believe what he did, you know, he's ashamed of himself. And, you know, Belle just leaves, and, you know, promises or no promises, I can't stay here another minute, you know. And that scene with Belle and the wolves, and Beast versus the wolves, you know, and, you know, that moment where, you know, just like, well, if you hadn't run away, this wouldn't have happened. If you hadn't frightened me, I wouldn't have run away. Well, you shouldn't have been in the West Wing, you know. Still trying to make each one of them making excuses, or mostly the Beast, you know. you know, and, like, that's when Belle just says, you know, well, you should learn to control your temper, you know. And yeah, she's right, you know, and I think that gets Beast, or just, like, that gets him to shut up, I guess you could say. And, of course, we cut back to Maurice, not Maurice, Gaston, trying to, you know, hire, like, somebody from an asylum, you know, voiced by the one and only Tony Jay. His amazing voice, you know, and, like, you know, Maurice is harmless, you know, so you want me to throw her father into the asylum unless she agrees to marry you. Oh, that's despicable. I love it. So, and that's good, And of course, Maurice actually leaves just right as when Gaston and, you know, they come in to find him and Belle, because, you know, Maurice going after Belle, you know, I'll get in there and I'll break her free, you know. And of course, this montage, you know, because with Beast and Belle, their relationship growing and such, they're starting to fall in love, and, also, that song, you know, oh god, what's the official name for that song? I think it's There May Be Something There That Wasn't There Before. Probably that. That's a good song. Belle and the Beast and the servants, they get to sing it. And also, another song in the sequence, you know, Human Again, which was not in the theatrical version. It was in the DVD version. It was in the DVD release when it came out, you know. I remember, like, the behind the scenes, they talked about it, and like, even Don Hahn, the producer of that film, said, you know, because the Star Wars was coming out, special edition, they thought they wanted to do something like that. And they did. And they added in the Human Again sequence. And which, you know, that song, I think it was featured in the Broadway version of the film. And not just that, but another thing they did for a Disney film, you know, like special edition, whatever, of course, is The Lion King and the Morning Report song. So two of those films, you know, were special editions and had 2 new songs to them, you know, that were added. So, and yeah, the Human Again song, it's good, and the animation, fantastic, and of course, you know, for when it was out, when it was released on DVD, you know what I'm saying, the original cast returning, anyways, and then, of course, after that song, cut back to, with the film, and, like, you know, Beast preparing, you know, for, you know, the tonight is the night, master, you know. And of course, another fantastic song of that film, you know, Beauty and the Beast, you know, tale as old as time. That song is fantastic. And of course, some parts with, like, CG being used, and that infamous shot as the camera pans down and they're dancing, great shot as well, of course. And then later on, like, the magic mirror the Beast has shows Belle, you know, where her father is. And another part, and again, cut back to with the Beast and the animation and live action, because, you know, when, like, Belle sees her father and, like, he's sick and everything else, like, you know, and like, you see Beast's face right there, but that's not really done in the live action. It's different, you know. He just flat out just come out and says, you know, you must go to him then. But in the animation, we do see Beast, you know, we see his reaction and everything else, and just, you know, then you must go to him, you know, I set you free, you know, that kind of stuff. And it seems that the Beast in the animated version was done so well, you know. And also, I mean, I guess that's another thing with Howard Ashman, which I'm still coming to. I'll still get to that at the end. Of course, Belle goes after her father. They go back. They return to the village, their house. Chip actually sneaks into Belle's bag, and then, of course, the person, you know, I guess, running the asylum or anything, I've come to collect your father. Don't worry, mademoiselle. We'll take good care of him. And, you know, my father's not crazy, you know. And Maurice, tell us again, old man, just how big was he? He was enormous. No, more like 10 feet, you know. And, like, Gaston forcing her to, like, you know, I may be able to clear up this little misunderstanding if you marry me. You know, one little word, Belle, that's all it takes. Never have it your way, you know. That's when Belle gets out the magic mirror, and my father's not crazy, and I can prove it. Show me the Beast. And shows the Beast, and of course everybody sees, you know, is it dangerous? Oh no, he wouldn't hurt anybody. Of course, and Gaston, you know, if I didn't know better, I think you have feelings for this monster. And another great song, which is Kill the Beast, you know. We don't like what we don't understand it, blah, 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 you know. Of course, that infamous scene with the servants battling the villagers, it's funny, you know. And even like, oh yeah, here's another thing. In the animated version, live action, LeFou, for example, like in the live action version, LeFou kind of is redeemed and such, like he helps out the servants, etc. But in the animated version, he doesn't. He's still with the villagers, you know, and that's the last we see of him. As the villagers run out of the castle, we see LeFou running and such, and they're getting out. That's the last we see of him. But in the live action version, we see more of him, like he's now with the servants or something like that, like on the good side or whatnot, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, and of course another great scene is of course the Beast versus Gaston. You know, what's the matter, Beast? Too kind and gentle to fight back. As Belle and Maurice show up, you know, Beast fights back Gaston. Were you in love with her, Beast? Did you honestly think she won you when she had someone like me? And of course, when like Beast grabs him by the neck and such, you know, please let me go, don't hurt me, I'll do anything. And of course that fantastic music playing, and the Beast's face is like, you know, and then it you know, and he just quietly says this as, you know, get out, you know, throws him aside, and you know, as Beast climbs up and, you know, says to Belle, you came back, you know, then out of nowhere Gaston stabs him, and then Gaston falls to his death, you know. And here's another thing, in the theatrical version and in the DVD release, you see as his eyes are getting closer, right there, you know, you see like skulls in his eyes, like he was seeing death or something like that, you know, as he was because he was falling to his death, etc. But in the theatrical version, it wasn't in there. So, you know, thought I'd bring that up, so, you know, if you guys probably did or did not know. But, of course, and that, a sad moment such, because with the Beast and Belle, you know, at least I got to see you one last time, and those words that Belle gives, you know, she just breaks down, you know, I love you, you know, just really, really great right there, and especially because her emotion, everything else, it shows. And of course, with the rose, the last petal falls, you know, and you just, they think it's over or anything like that, but that's when, you know, the transformation of the Beast from beast to human. So it turns back into the prince. And is it me, or is the prince called Prince Adam? Because that's been going on for quite a while, and like, I don't know, I've heard that before, like if he was named Prince Adam or just the prince. Come on, he should have a name. Why not Adam? I think it fits. Adam, Prince Adam, and Belle. Why not? So, and of course, the movie, its ending, etc., fantastic. And I like how Chip gets the last line of the film, and which is, do I still have to sleep in the cupboard, you know? Yeah, Chip does get the last line, besides the chorus singing the Beauty and the Beast song, you know? You know, the movie ends, the credits roll, and with, like, pop song version, I don't really think, it's not a pop song, it's just singer artists, or, Celine Dion, is that her? Like, she sang, yeah, she and, what's-his-face, they sang the Beauty and the Beast songs, you know, singer artists, or however I'm trying to say, but I'm sure you know what I mean. And at the end credits, you know, because it shows, with Howard Ashman, to our friend Howard, who gave the mermaid her voice and a beast his soul, who will forever be in our hearts, or however it goes, you know. And yeah, that's where it was, you know. And Howard Ashman, yeah, he gave a mermaid a voice and a beast his soul. It's true, you know. You look at the Little Mermaid, you look at Beast, and how really well done Ariel was portrayed, you know, and the Beast was in Beauty and the Beast, you know. They were fantastic characters. So, yeah. So, Beauty and the Beast, oh man, I gotta say, it's a fantastic film. Everything about it is awesome. And for Beauty and the Beast, I give it, well, 10 out of 10 stars. Of course, because it's fantastic. One of Disney's one of Disney's big gems, you know, along with its others. So yeah, and you guys let me know what you think of Beauty and the Beast, because for me, I enjoy it. It's fantastic, and for it being my six fingers, my number 6 favorite Disney animated film. So again, 10 out of 10 stars for Beauty and the Beast. Hope you enjoyed this review video. More new review videos coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video / review video. Take care, and peace out.